Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Espresso for my Depresso. Hey, let's do it.
The podcast where we get crazy caffeinated and talk about cool crap with the local artists and vendors of San Antonio, Texas. Today we're super stoked to have espresso with local alternative band At Lexington Concord. And that's them. If y'all want to go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hi, what's up? I'm Vic, and I sing and play a little bit of guitar, and then whatever they got. Their names are.
Hey, I'm Zach. I kind of write some songs and I play whatever needs to be done in the band.
I'm Abel and I play drums.
Yeah.
Shit.
And we are missing one more band member, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
my good friend Case and our good friend Case. He lives in Dallas right now, and he's our producer, guitar player, bass player, and he does a little bit of everything too.
A lot of everything.
Yeah.
Cool beans. So before we get into like a lot of good stuff and the questions and everything, just like tell us a little bit about yourselves, how this started, why it started, whose idea it was originally.
So
Oh, this is gonna be
we've
crazy.
been a band for about 6-7 years now. And it's originally started out with just me and Victor. It was us two with a very interesting band name.
Oh, you want to hear it? I'll tell you.
Yeah,
Here we go. So yeah, me and Zach were sitting down. We're like, dude, we should make a band, dude. And he's like, let's do it, dude. I said, all right, let's do it. And then I said, we should call ourselves Hidden Children. And he was like, I don't think the FBI would like that. Long story short, we totally threw that out seconds later. But Zach can talk about more about our actual band name.
Yeah. So, and I'm a big history buff and whatnot, so I was just like, American history. Oh, American Revolution, the shot heard around the world. So I was just like, At Lexington Concord started this whole thing of what created who we are today and this and that. So I was like, I want to create a movement in music. I wanted to start a revolution with the music. So I was like, well, At Lexington Concord would be the place to start. So that's what I came up with the name. Originally it was supposed to be an @ sign, but the music industry does not like @ signs
Nope.
for whatever
Okay.
reason.
So now it's AT.
Yeah.
It's AT. Okay. And when did you join in?
I joined in a few years ago, about 3 years ago now, 2018,
2017.
Yeah, I had moved from Michigan, and it was funny because I've been friends with Zach for a long time, and I was just like, hey man, guess what? I'm moving to Texas. And he's like, oh, cool. And I was like, hey, so if you're looking for a drummer, here's my application. I was just completely joking. I was not serious at all because I didn't know about this. And he's like, oh, we're actually looking for a drummer. I was like, wait, serious? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool. Well, and so he had sent me some of the stuff that they were working on. I was like, it's not really my style, but I mean, I can probably do something about it. I had moved here from Michigan and I joined up with these guys and we did our first full practice together and
I remember that.
really good.
So basically, oh dude, it's so legit. So basically, he shows up out of nowhere. I didn't know this guy. I didn't know who he was. I said, "What's up, man?" He said, "What's up, bro?" So all right, let's play some music. So long story short, Kay started playing a riff to one of our songs called Gardens, and he started playing the riff, and I was like, "Dude, this sounds really good." And okay, so one thing about me, I make music on the fly. Like if I make a song, if I hear some music and I start singing, right after I say the word, I forget about it. So Zach always records me now.
Yeah, pretty
Because I make bangers. So long story short, we were playing, he was playing the riff and I was starting to sing and I was like, dude, start drumming. And he's like, all right, bro. And I promise you, Gardens was made like that out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, out of nowhere. And that was our first time with him. So our chemistry just like evolved. It was like, Pokemon evolved into something big, So it was really cool. It was really cool.
Yeah.
And there's a small snippet of it in our 4 years interlude.
That is my favorite. Like I was listening to that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You can hear it kind of in the background, and it's cool. I was like, we gotta do that again.
And whose idea was that? Like for the interlude? 'Cause
So that was Case and I putting the album together. We were influenced greatly by Reliant K, Forget Not Slow Down, because that album is just like our all-time favorite.
yeah.
So the way that it flows and they have interludes and stuff, we're just like, we should do interludes and we should make this thing flow. I mean, like at the time we weren't too sure we were gonna like continue with our stuff or not, or what was gonna happen. So we were just like, let's just go all out. Like let's push it back a little extra more months and let's just put this together. So Case always had this whole storyline idea of like, you know, taking this journey through the album and like, you know, how it feels going through a breakup or going through some type of emotional distress type of stuff, and then, you know, just the in between of like starting out with the conversation of me and Victor in a Starbucks parking lot, going into, and then ending off with driving, and then you hear the sigh of just like relief, and then it goes into like the memories of everything we have been through the past 4 years at that point. To get to the point where we are now, and then just to pretty much lay out the way where we are. So.
I remember listening to that for the first time, and I was just like so amazed, and I actually told my friend Christian about it, and we were just like sitting there in a car freaking out about how clever the idea was, and you could hear you like driving and like going through the radio station, and I don't know, that's pretty sick.
I still don't know how you did that. It was really
that
cool.
Is so clever.
I was like, dude, this is the coolest.
I was there during.
But I mean, we'll like, that's one of the ones we'll put in like during the this thing. But like, I feel like that's important. Everyone should listen to it one time. That and Hello Missing Love,
Definitely
which is
don't.
Oh yeah, I like how like in 4 years, like at the end so Zach and I and Case, we started playing the song Hello Missing Love, like before it became what it was. And I was pissed because I was like, dude, let's just record it and like let's just, you know, record it. And he was like, no, dude, we're not gonna record it. We have to practice. And this guy tricked me because I was like, okay, fine, we'll just play it, we'll practice. And he secretly recorded me. And ever since that day, we made, you know, Hello Missing Love, and it was great. You know,
so that was actually that's back from that Hello Missing Love recording before like it starts. That's from 2016.
Oh wow.
And then you got snippets from 2017, 2015, just from all over the place. So that's where we got all that from.
That's my absolute favorite song, like that you'll have. My mom loves it, my dad loves it. I think we've all listened to it like way more than we'd like to admit. And like, I even bought it on Apple Music. I support y'all. I support y'all 100%. I would buy it 3 more times if I could. Yeah, 99 cents is not enough for that song. It's not.
99 cents is great.
Have we seen that yet? I don't think we've seen the 99 cents yet.
Oh yeah, no, it costs 99 cents.
It's actually a ninth of a cent.
Hey, there you go.
There
you go. Hey, that's good. That's
not
good.
fair.
Hey, something, right?
Yeah.
The music industry is meant to eat us alive.
We can buy them.
Maybe. Okay, so we're gonna get into the viewers' questions. So Aguilar.5.
That's my brother.
Oh, that's your brother. Okay. He asked, how did y'all all meet?
Oh man.
That's important. Like,
okay. So the first person I met, I guess, was Case. I met him in 7th grade, but I didn't even we didn't acknowledge each other really. We didn't care that we existed. It was just like, oh yeah, I know that dude. And then I met Victor in 9th grade, our freshman year, and we just hit it off after a while. Yeah, we bonded over Pokemon and
Minecraft, Pokemon. We literally have a post on Instagram where it's like, we made a makeshift TV.
Yeah.
So he put something on the wall, so like on the wall right here, and it was like a cardboard thing, and then he put his phone through it, and we would always play.
It was pretty awesome, using emulators and stuff like that.
It was legit.
And then I ended up meeting Abel, I think around 2010, 11, something like that. So I guess around like 8th, 9th grade as well. And it's just kind of like my worlds colliding a little bit is what ended up happening, because Vic and I had started things out, and then he took a break for a while, and then Case and I came in, and Case and I started it back up, and then Victor got back involved, and then I got Abel. And so it was just really awesome to just get everyone together. And our chemistry, like Victor was saying, we just clicked after our first practice, which was insane.
I feel that now. Like, I feel y'all's connection is cool. Like, I
we
want to
hate
be a
each
part
other,
of
but we love
y'all's
each
group
other.
messages. That'd be cool.
We're very much like a family in all the senses of like just that brotherly love. Like, we'll trash each other, and you know.
We'll trash you.
Okay.
They'll trash
how that
me.
works.
But, you know, we're always there for each other whenever one of us needs something, or we just want to just jam or work on stuff. So I feel like that's one of the special things that we got going for us. Is that we just that chemistry it goes out through.
Bad boy hours. They're so funny. You have to have them like at the beginning of the week, so you get it out of the way, and then the rest of the week you're
Gucci.
You're a happy boy? Is that what that is? Like,
Stable.
Yeah, you're
Stable
a stable
boy.
boy
Stable
once you
boy.
have those sad boy hours.
Yep.
But okay, so one more level, which that is my friend Abe from Fort Stockton, Texas.
Nice.
He's a Twitch player, and he's actually pretty, like, he's got like a lot of followers now, and I just want to shout him out because he's super great, and he tells all of his followers about my podcast.
Nice.
And yeah, like I had his shirt, but I'm just gonna wear it in the next podcast. And he asked, what is the most annoying thing before setting up for a show?
Hey, can I be honest?
Do it.
No.
I don't set up nothing. I don't know why, because I don't know how to set up nothing. So that's a question for
Honestly,
Zach.
Zach?
Honestly, yeah, I'm the main one who deals with all that. I guess it's a mixture between the venue managers and I guess I would have to say the bass amp, because the thing with like my bass rig, my bass stuff, is that I have a very specific way of setting it up, and people just don't listen to me for whatever reason.
They don't.
But when it comes to like venue managers and stuff like that, it's just some of them off the bat are just like, so we want to talk merch sales with you, and like what percentage can we take? And I'm just like,
What
joke's
merch?
on you, yeah. What
Oh,
merch?
y'all don't have merch? Oh, dude,
what
I'm
merch?
curious. Why not? Why don't y'all have any?
Because we're poor.
no, it's same.
You
These coffee
are.
cups, y'all can only use them. Y'all can't have them
Yeah.
because I'm also broke.
I mean, it's not that we're broke. It's just that honestly, we didn't think this was gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
We weren't
Yeah.
expecting like the little following that we ended up getting. So
Yeah.
It's honestly like crazy because like, I mean, we dropped something. We didn't do shows for a little bit, and we're like, I'm in a good amount of time, and like, we still have a good following.
Yeah.
So imagine like if we start doing shows. So you know what? We need to get merch, bro.
Y'all need
Niggas-
merch.
No, yeah,
y'all
but
do. Y'all
we
really
are.
do.
We're working on that. So we'll see what we come up with.
I'm excited. I'm gonna buy all of it. So.
Nice.
All right, next question from Not Christian Elliot. He asks, "Doesn't Lex suck?" My answer to that: doesn't Christian? Next question.
Just kidding. I don't know.
He's here in the background. He also sucks. He also does. I mean, we're just living this whole sucky thing, and
All
you
together.
know, it's all collective, which is the thing he runs. So, what's Uno Mark, who's one of my favorite supporters? Hi, Mark. He asks, "What's one place you'd like to visit?" Like, I guess.
Oh,
collectively,
dude, can I answer that?
Go for it. Yeah,
Wait,
all of y'all on
collectively,
a road
all
trip.
together.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, can I say it? Antarctica.
Oh.
I know, okay.
He's in his own little
No, the reason why is because, dude, have you seen a penguin? Are you serious?
You can go to the zoo team.
You can, but like.
But we can play for the penguins. Alright, long story short. Okay, I think, I don't know, maybe like Europe would be great, you know? Like
Okay.
going to Europe and stuff like that. Like France. Is your France in
Just
Europe?
like.
I'm also like, but you're, what do you teach?
Oh, I teach third grade math.
Oh, math. Okay,
They
that's
tell
why.
me to know that stuff.
Yeah.
Geography is not my, more of a-
Me either, because I genuinely don't know the answer to that question. So Antarctica, are we sticking with that, or?
No,
No, okay.
I mean, yeah, I feel like if we were able to go up big enough, like, yeah, going overseas would be dope, you know?
Yeah.
Just being able to
Where,
have
dude? She's asking where, bro.
Europe.
Yeah, we all the
You
word.
wanna go to Europe?
No.
Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go?
Australia, man.
China, coronavirus?
Australia.
Wow. That soon, right? That soon, right?
Cut it off, no, I'm just kidding.
Australia seems cool though, because we can play for kangaroos then, you know?
I love that your main worry is playing for the animals. That's all that matters.
That's all that
I
matters,
agree.
dude.
Yeah.
Nobody else matters.
No one else.
We should definitely use that as a plug for music. We support the
I know.
animals.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Let's
pretty
do it.
Is that
We're
gonna
doing
be
it.
on y'all's merch or?
Yeah.
Antarctica, where the penguins live.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
That'd be dope. Australia, yeah.
Dude, yes. Okay, so last question before we get into our game. It was asked by Anonymous. Your music is sad. Who hurt you?
You want to go first or want to go first?
You can go first.
Oh, dude.
I want to know who hurt all of y'all. Let's go.
Alright, so this is where I get a little bit serious.
Okay.
So I was in a relationship for 4.5 years, and I thought I was in love. and I thought that everything was gonna go great and I was gonna marry this girl. Long story short, after bickering and fighting over those 4 years and me being blind of that, she left like that in a matter of seconds. And I'm gonna push to something right quick. It'll get happy in a bit, but she left, and then a week later I found out some news that I didn't want to hear about our relationship. And at that point I was gonna do something that I would have regretted my whole life. And do you know who showed up that evening when I was gonna make that stupid decision? These guys. They were at my door right when I had what I had in my hand, and these guys showed up, and even Case showed up, and they were there to, this guy was even in my backyard, ready to like break the window, and I let him in. And long story short, like that evening showed me that like, yeah, somebody's gonna hurt you, one time in your life, but like the people that are around you, that are your friends, that will love you forever, will be there forever, and they will be there to hold you when you need to be held. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I write my music, because I was hurt, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm good now. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go now.
You can go.
Jeez.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
You.
Who hurt you, bro?
Well, I just got out of a relationship of 2 years, almost 2 years, just a few months ago. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I'm all right. I'm not as sad as I was before.
You're not a sad boy.
Yeah. I will say that just being able to do this music has definitely gotten me through that and through a lot of other stuff. I'm a big advocate for.
Did you just say advocate?
Yeah.
Big word.
Big
Big
word.
word.
Big word.
For the suicide prevention.
Yeah.
Because I mean, a lot of us have dealt with that. A lot of people in my life have dealt with that. I personally have. And I mean, it's a big thing, and it's a real thing. Depression, anxiety. But I feel like with our music, however it's taken, whether it's relationships, whether it's addiction, or just something in your life that is holding you back or just making you feel that way, I feel like our music is definitely something that you can lean on and that you can hold on to, and just like song Miles, hold on tight. That's a kind of a theme that we've been running with.
Sick.
But yeah, it's definitely helped me out through my struggles, and I think it's helped a lot of other people out as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Zachy Poo.
Oh yeah. Which I do have to say real quick, like the whole podcast, it's called Espresso for My Depresso, and it's rare that we actually hit the topic of mental health. And I'm glad we're finally getting to talk about it now, because it's very important, and sometimes you do need espresso for your depresso.
Yeah,
and
very true.
In this case, it's y'all for each other, and so that's a beautiful thing. And
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
You can be a part of it.
Could I?
You can be-
I
yeah.
will stand there in the back and I'll just smile.
There you go.
I can do that.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Okay.
Hey, for the show?
I'll be there. Because we're gonna talk about that after this. But where we can find y'all next. But
Right.
I'll stand in the back and I'll smile.
Let's do it.
I will.
That's a fact.
But let us know. Who hurt you?
Girls.
Girl?
Oh, multiple.
We
have names for them.
Oh, we have names. We have states for that.
So yeah, that's
States.
so the
Oh,
whole
God.
the whole gimmick is I have code names for my exes and stuff like that, and their states. So you got Nebraska, who I was in a relationship with for like 3 years. You got after Nebraska was California, who I was.
That's a
That was
That-
not
that- that
to
was a
hurt.
mess.
That's a rip.
California.
After that was Texas.
Oof. Home.
Home, yes.
You should run into her at
and then-
H-E-B.
Yeah.
And the cheese.
And then
Yeah, literally.
and then after that would be Michigan, and then after Michigan was Alabama.
Dude, you're well traveled. Holy cow.
Yeah, it was. So here's the thing.
You're well traveled.
So I've been single for like about 3 to 4 years at this point. So it's just been like good, but at the same time, it's like this all happened back from like in between 2012 to 15, 16.
Yeah.
So it's just like it was a lot like back to back moments, and I was just like, oh. I need to
I need to relax.
Yeah. No, that's where a lot of the music came from, was from my past relationships and old songs I had laid out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it came from
Dude,
that.
you have taste. I can't relate. I've had one boyfriend. And I guess he'd be Texas. I don't know.
Texas.
San Antonio?
The concept of Texas is like the main reason for calling them Texas was because they could never make up their mind.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, because
Like the
literally yesterday was
Oh my god!
like last night was snowing, and then even then the day before that was 80 degrees.
Oh, that's
and today was kind of
nice.
cold.
Wait, you
I
have
felt that.
like depictions and like
There's a whole meaning
No,
behind all
it's like the
these
weather. The weather changes all the time in Texas. It's like her, Texas.
Yeah.
You know?
things. Yeah, there's no meaning behind all of them. So yeah.
So cute.
Put two and two together, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I lived in Michigan, so Michigan's about the same.
Dude.
I know Michigan actually. Yeah, she's
I like
Very much.
Yeah. Okay, so I actually have one question myself before we get
Okay.
into like the game portion of it. What is? I just want to know everything about the song "Missing Love." Hello, Missing Love, because that's like my favorite song
Okay,
right now.
I'll talk a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so it started off with, and I'm gonna give credit to Luis Chavez.
Okay.
So
Shout out.
shout out to him. He wrote a song called Hello Sunshine,
Okay.
and that beginning part, the chorus, Hello Sunshine, right?
Yeah.
He had that in his song, and I was like, dude, that sounds really good. And I was like, dude, I'm never gonna make anything like that in my life. And then he was like, dude, just use it. I already made it, just take it. So I was like, all right, cool. So long story short, we took it, and then we were sitting in my apartment a long time, 4 years ago. Oh, it was garbage. And we were sitting down, and we're like, dude, we don't know, like, I don't know what to do. And Case had another song called Missing Love, right?
Yeah.
And it was a very depressing song, so I was like, dude, what if I take these words and mash it with Hello Missing Love, or Hello Sunshine, and turn it into like a very chill, rappy song? And he was like, that's not gonna work, bro. I was like, it sucks. So then we started Hello Sunshine, right? And then it went into the rap part, the We Dream the Starry Nights. It was great.
Love that.
Long story short, we made that song, and it's like the perfect ending to like pain and suffering. Like, we've all been through garbage. Even everybody in this room, like, we've all been through crap, and at the end of the day, like, you want something to build you up, and I feel like Hello Missing Love is something that's like, hey, hello Missing Love, like, you were in the past, but like, I'm in the future, and I'm about to make it big, you know? At the end of the day. But I think Zach can give you more technical parts of that.
Hold on, I'll say this. What's cool about the album, and what I said before, was like, you can't shuffle. Don't put these songs on shuffle. You have to listen to it straight through the whole thing, because it tells a story. And all the first songs before that one, the last one, they're depressing for a reason.
Yeah.
And then the last one's kind of like that, encouragement and that light
That
at the end of the tunnel.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love the way of that.
Go for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, so like Abel was saying, like it does flow and tell a story, so it's just like it starts off with the conversation, and then as you drive, for me especially, like when there's no music, I tend to think and go through like just stuff in the past, and I get anxious and I start going through the motions. So then we took that idea and we stuck it into like our song format, so just like, because the first song on there, or Shattered, which is originally the first Foxes, the first version of Foxes that I wrote, and then Foxes was written, and so like it's in somewhat of a chronological order of the way that the songs are written, and they mean something to us personally.
Yeah.
It also flows in the sense of that story of just a relationship kind of breaking apart. And then even at that, we went ahead and we ended off with that, Hello Missing Love with the light at the end. So like it feels like an end credit scene, as we say. But even at that, like writing that, I just remember being there in Victor's apartment with Case and him, and we just got together, and doing all that was just something else, because we took two songs and mashed them up, and then this dude and the melodies that Victor can come up with is just kind of on another level sometimes.
You're very
Yeah.
talented.
So it's just really awesome to remember that and have that little snippet there between 4 years to get into that. Was just like, I came up with that little part there because I was like, dude, we can just intro it with the old intro from the recording. And just like, let's do it. So yeah, it was just awesome.
It's like a sign of relief, like you're done, like it's over,
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah.
I'm fangirling right now because that's awesome. Like, I didn't know, like, I knew that I loved the song, but I didn't know that that was the story behind it. And now that I know, I'm in.
You have dived in.
I've dived in. I'm yours. But okay, so we are actually gonna get into a game. Okay, so the game we're gonna play is just like a questions game. Like, we just really want to get to know like y'all as a band, and it could end up really good or it could end up really bad because some of the questions, I might break up the band.
End of Lexington Concord.
Yeah. Okay. First question: who's the funniest out of you all?
Me.
I feel that.
Yeah, I'm pretty funny. I think okay, so I don't try to be funny. I think it's just spontaneous.
Yeah.
Also, I've been drinking a lot of coffee.
We're so hyper.
Coffee.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, no, it's like a random thing. Like, I'm just, so I have ADHD, so it's always the whole time. Like, I'm always on 100% every single day. Yeah. So I don't try to be funny, but I'm funny.
Yeah. I feel that. I think you are.
I think we're gonna have to go with Case.
Case? But I'm disappointed that I can't meet him or no.
Yeah, It's because he comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, he does come out of nowhere.
This just gets on our nerves. Case just comes out of nowhere.
That's the next question,
That's the end of At Lexington Concord. I gotta give up.
Peace out. They have no singer.
That's okay. I'm just kidding.
All right.
I'm sorry.
I'd like to put forth my application.
Oh, take it.
Because I can't sing. But. Okay, so actually y'all answered the next question. Who's the most annoying? At least you're honest about it. Like, hey.
I am pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Alright.
Me too.
Story time. So
Shut up.
I fell into like a really bad like anxiety attack, depression, like a few weeks ago.
Oh,
and this guy was
him off.
not shut up. He just kept talking and kept saying.
When was that?
It was
when we went to Dairy Queen.
We went to Josh's.
Oh.
Yeah. You were angry.
I was driving.
I was so mad.
I was driving, and we were gonna go to Panda Express, and I was like, I want Dairy Queen, and he was like, dude, I want Panda. I was like, Dairy Queen. And he was like,
it was bad.
Long story short, he was angry.
Well, I was in a really bad mood all day.
I know.
It was really funny. Like, we were sitting in the back seat just watching it happen. It was pretty great.
Yeah.
Like, I'm willing to be in the backseat of everything y'all do. It's so cool. Like, I just want to be there for the fight. It seems
Oh no,
like
it
the
was, bro. He got very serious, and I was like, you know what? I gotta put the big boy pants on. I gotta be serious.
Well, he started going off about something about how he was like.
Oh.
I don't
Yeah,
know
y'all
what
sure
you said.
arguing over who was the most mature.
Oh,
yeah.
Y'all agreed on that. I was probably like the least, and I was just sitting there.
We're sitting there. We're like, I'm more mature. He's like, no, bro.
I was like, because he was saying, he's like, I was like, well, yeah, when you want to be, but you're like right now you're not being mature. He's all like, bro, I'm more mature, and I was like, dude, shut up, stop talking for like 5
It was just
seconds.
great to see these dudes just argue over who was the most.
That's
mature.
what makes the relationship special, though.
fair.
Being able to, crap on each other.
It's the brother thing, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate him. But,
So next question, who's the mom of the group? I'm getting mom.
on 3, ready? 1, 2, 3, Case.
Oh. Well, dude, I want to meet this
Case
case.
and I kind of share that. a
No,
little bit.
shut up.
Well, you know how I'm always like, bro, we gotta do this.
Oh yeah, he's more like the stepmom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But Case is
Yeah.
like the legit mother. You want to talk about that? Cause I'm gonna get heated. I'm just kidding.
So there's times wherever like we're not getting work done, and if I can't handle it, I just get Case involved. I'm like, Case, set these guys straight. I don't know what to do. And he just gets on everyone. And even at that, like there's times where I'm slacking on stuff that I do, whether it be like social media posts or like booking shows and stuff. And he's just like, he will blow up my phone. He will not leave me alone. And he's just like on me. He's just like, dude, you need to do this. You need to get this done. I'm like,
I think it's funny whenever I'm like, guys, we need to practice, and he just likes it. He's like, great. I second that every single time.
I just
No, dude, he's man. Okay, so I'll practice if I need to, but I like to jam. So like if Zach starts playing riffs or like chords, I start making songs. One time, Case got on my nerves, bro. He came up to me and said, Victor, you need to take this serious. I was like, don't tell me what to do. Long story short, like he keeps me in check. Like he tells me like, dude, this is right now we're trying to focus on this album. Like stop singing about your feelings and let's move on.
I mean, even at that, we had a point during the recording, I remember, where Victor was like insistent, like, oh, we need gardens, we put gardens in there, we should put the song in there. And Case was like, he turned to me, he was just like, so there's my leverage. He's like, I'm refusing to put the song in until we record everything else.
Because I couldn't play it at that time.
Oh yeah, but even at that, he kept, remember, you were like wanting to play it, and he's just like, not yet, not until we record everything first. And you're like, fine.
Oh yeah, like, okay, so I hate him. Okay, so I love gardens. I love it, especially the live version.
Yeah.
So he purposely told me, I will play that. We will record gardens, but after you record all these other songs. I'm like, oh. And he definitely ignored me. We just did all those recordings, and then at the end, but it was good though because I felt great. We did gardens.
Real quick side note, fun fact. Our whole entire album is basically like all the songs. The way that they're played on the album, they're not the actual like original versions.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's the way the album is laid out. It's more of a
acoustic.
Yeah, kind of an acoustic kind of thing.
So it was originally supposed to be an acoustic EP, and then it became an album somehow. But it's not really our main sound, though.
Yeah.
We're pretty rocky alternative.
Yeah.
But it's good though.
I had a lot of different genres.
Yeah, because my genre is like John Mayer.
Yes.
John Mayer, Jack Johnson,
Oldie.
Yeah, all those like very like chill out, you know.
Yeah.
And then this guy's like, this guy is like little metal, little hardcore, that kind of thing. And then this guy is on his other like very punk rockish
pop
kind of
punk.
deal.
Okay.
Pop punk.
Well, he got me into pop punk, so I'm all for that.
So.
I heard it.
Camera, we did, yeah.
You hear this guy?
Coffee, but.
Shut up.
My cheeks turning red?
Huh?
I said, are my cheeks turning red?
Yes,
A little.
you're
Just
very
a lot.
Always red, dude.
angry ass.
So happy I'm brown.
Right?
Yeah.
Alright, man.
But okay, so wait, who's the diva of the? That's I get.
Really good count.
Okay, this was actually a funny one. I don't know if y'all are that comfortable with what is no, there wasn't farts the most.
Oh wait. Who did we answer the diva part?
Yeah, it's you.
It's you.
See, even Lex knows shit.
Alright, I quit. Who farts a lot? That guy.
It's gonna be
Do I?
Yeah.
Do you?
I mean, I've never heard you fart, but I already know you fart. Do you?
I mean,
Don't we all?
I feel like we all-
Honestly,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
emotion, of
Yeah.
course he farts the most.
and I can't eat cheese and stuff. So
Oh, you
that's
want to
not-
talk about cheese? This guy can't eat cheese.
Well-
This guy takes pills for cheese. If he eats a pizza,
lactose
he's
intolerance
gone.
is an issue in this
Dude,
world,
if
okay?
he eats a cheese pizza, he's gone.
It hurts, dude.
Bye-bye. World War
Who
III in
eats
a matter of
cheese
seconds.
pizza,
Me! With pepperoni sometimes.
Pepperoni, that's
Dude,
the
thank
way
God we
it is.
gave you almond milk.
Do you want to
Yeah.
do you want to delve into your creations that you make?
What does he make?
It's
What was I?
pepperoni pizza, chicken nuggets.
It's called the Little Macadam. And so essentially what it is, it's a Big Mac, but you take out the center patty and you replace it with a slice of Little Caesars pepperoni pizza. And then you take off the top bun and you put 3 nuggets, fries, barbecue sauce.
Whoa. Where was I? First of all, where was I? Because
I kind of want
I
to try it.
would have demolished that. You know what? We're doing that after this.
Okay, yeah. It's a thing.
We're doing that after this.
That's good. Okay, so where are we? Who's the moodiest of you all?
Honestly, it's all of us.
All of us?
Yeah.
No, like just a bunch of sad boys.
Yeah.
I think it's Case.
Case is the most stable one.
Okay.
He's the one who keeps us all in check.
He's the normal boy.
He's a normal boy, dude.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Like I love that thing, though.
So, yeah, Victor had his little story that he shared. I mean, Abel was upset, and instead of stepping in, I just like to watch it kind of.
He laughs in the background. He's eating his popcorn.
Ready
to go.
Right.
Ready to go.
I push everyone towards like there was something in the group chat like a few weeks ago where he was like, Victor, you're already gonna be up there enough like for the show, and I was just like, you hear that, Victor? He just called you ugly. I just instigate everything, and I just like watch it go down.
Yeah, I told him
Yeah.
he said drumming. That's what I told him.
And then at that, like, there's times where I get.
Not gonna instigate it.
Hey.
I fucking hate you. Oh my god.
Because like instigating enough. This is my next question. If y'all had kicked one person off the island, who are y'all kicking off?
Hey, I think
Zach, point in 3,
no.
in 2, in 1. I'm out.
Hey,
What about Kate?
Nah.
Honestly,
Okay.
the glue of this group is gonna be B and K, so we click both of these guys out.
rock, paper, scissors, sport right now.
Ready?
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
You
You don't know how to play.
Come on, I'm not
You are not qualified to play this game.
Yes.
On shoot. Ready?
Okay, yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You suck. Next.
He's kicked off the island.
You're out.
Okay. So before we finish up with everything and end this awesome podcast, dude, we're so hyper. Tell us what you have going on and where we can find you next.
So we have a show coming up, which is why this whole thing came together.
Literally, yeah.
So we're gonna be at Cafe Azteca on February 14th on Valentine's Day.
And Valentine's Day.
For a little show called Depresso Espresso, which came about. Yeah, it was not intended. We honestly, a friend sent me your profile, and I was just like, oh man. I was like, why did you send me this? Are we getting sued? Are they suing us for the name now? Are we in trouble?
I was curious about that too. I was wondering how y'all found me, but I'm happy y'all did. And
Yeah.
it turned into such a great thing.
So
But
I was just like, well, we gotta go promote the show on this, and we gotta come together because we share the same name.
yes, no, this household is a Beatles household, and if you don't like it, get the hell out.
Like the Beatles?
Yeah.
Hey,
Is there another The Beatles? The Beatles.
I'm the
Yes.
Beatles. Don't get mad, though. Okay.
No, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
That's a good song.
That's the one.
That's a good song.
But, okay, so then I guess, yeah, we'll see y'all. And
look at
hopefully
that.
all of y'all. Oh, no, go,
If
go,
that's
go.
cool.
Go
All right,
for
cool.
it.
So it's Depresso Espresso. Check us out. I was just gonna say, if you don't have somebody to go with, or you feel single or whatever, show up because we're gonna play some really, really good songs that got us through a bunch of garbage. Example, I'm gonna quote one of the songs. I wrote the song. It's called "I'm Still Alive." That's a song that saved me from the darkest, deepest holes I was in. So yeah, if you feel like you're just like, I'm gonna give up on life, or nobody loves me, come out and we will love you. We'll hug you.
Yes.
We'll buy you some cake, and and we'll be
I
like,
mean, if the budget allows.
if the
I
budget
love
allows.
cake.
Yeah, we'll buy you some cake, and we'll say, hey, come drink some espresso for my Depresso.
That's so awesome. I'll be there, stand in the back smiling because they said I could.
Facts.
Yeah, no. Okay, so with that being said, just super thank you, and just love local, shop small, and hopefully this espresso helped your Depresso.
Hey, do we gotta do that?
Yeah, we have all of us.
Hey,
out.
clink, 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 clink. Hey, Depresso's my espresso.
Yeah.